Hey, what is going on all you bus nuts, geeks, and enthusiasts out there? Welcome to Motorcoach World Misfires. My name is James. This is gonna be a special segment of Motorcoach World that I'll do every few months or so. These Misfire videos will be a list of all the corrections I get from all of you, the viewers, of statements and facts that I've screwed up on. I do keep track of every one of them every time someone makes a correction in the comment box on YouTube. So as they build up over time, once there are enough of them, I'll create more Misfire segments. But hopefully they'll get fewer and far between as time goes on. Thank you to all of you who've given me constructive feedback as well as the interesting backstories I've gotten from several of you. I love reading those. Please keep them coming. Now, I've also gotten some not so constructive comment, but that's just part of making YouTube videos. Trolls will be a-trollin'. I do spend a considerable amount of time doing research, looking up info, interviewing people such as mechanics, bigwigs from Motorcoach producers, and taking notes before recording each one of these. Then I spend hours editing them. But in the end, no matter how much effort I put into these videos, I am still human and I will make mistakes. I do strive to get the facts right when I talk about all things bus on this channel. That is why you guys are my most valuable resource. You guys are gonna know a lot more on buses than I do, as there are millions of you out there and only one of me. By the way, guys, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. This channel has grown exponentially and I appreciate it. Now on to the first Misfires. In the very first episode I did on Motorcoach World, titled, "What type of buses does Peoria Charter use?" I said, the signature curved staircase of the MCI J4500 made its debut when the MCI rolled out the first J model. That was a total misfire on my part. Philip Warner commented and corrected me. The signature MCI curved staircase was actually introduced on the MCI E model and not the J model. For the record, this was something I was completely aware of, as I've driven both the E and the J model coaches. I just wasn't thinking when I scripted this dialogue. Shame on me. So shout out to you, Philip Warner. Appreciate you setting me straight. Also in the same video, no one called me out on this one, but at one point I said, the Van Hool CX45 while also maintaining a clearance height of 10.6. Total misfire. The Van Hool CX45s actually stand at a height of 11 feet 5 inches, not 10 feet 6 inches. Now, I drove a Van Hool C2045 and an MCI DL3 for a good 4 years when I first started driving motorcoaches. I memorized the height clearances on both buses and had those numbers burned into my head. Hey, this was my first Motorcoach World video and you guys are kind of intimidating.
Are you shook up? Are you nervous?
But even with that, I know, poor excuse. Yep, total misfire. While on the topic of clearance heights, on my second video, the evolution of the MCI J4500, I said the following. In comparison to the Motorcoach Industries DL3, only 10 feet 6 inches tall. What? But as Jack pointed out, the MCI DL3 is actually 11 feet 6 inches tall.
You owe me for one jelly donut. Now get on your faces.
So shout out to Jack. Good eye, buddy. Appreciate you pointing that out. Another misfire in the video about the evolution of the MCI J4500, I said, in 2014, the MCI J4500 received an entirely new body style.
No! The line must be drawn here! This far, no farther!
Misfire, MCI actually changed the body style of the J model in 2013. I was off by a year. When researching for this video, I actually consulted Rich DeYoung, who is one of the VPs of Motorcoach Industries. He did in fact tell me that the body style changed in 2013. I just wrote it down wrong. Also, I should have known better because we have two 2013 J models in our fleet with the new body style. Here's to Landon Ebmeyer of Ebmeyer Charter and Tours. Appreciate you catching that. Thanks, Landon. Now, this video really showed just how passionate people are about their bus facts. This one got some heat. In the video, largest bus in the world, how big can they get? I said, in the US, double-decker coach buses are much more of a rare sight, and as far as city buses go, they're pretty much non-existent. Not even close, apparently. Total misfire. I could not find any articles mentioning double-deckers being used as transit buses in the US, other than mega bus, which I classify them as motor coaches. It seems, however, I did not do enough research because there are plenty of double-decker transit buses operating in the US and Canada. That just means I didn't do my homework well enough. I think from the time I released this video until this very moment, I get someone leaving me a comment pointing out that this fact is incorrect every hour. In fact, I think someone just did right now. Because there were so many of you that caught this mistake, in the interest of not turning this video into a 1-hour roll call session, I'm going to only mention the first few that caught this and commented. And apologies ahead of time if I butchered your YouTube names. Shout out to Macilius, who commented that Seattle has double-decker transit buses operating in that region. Kevin H., who commented that Las Vegas also operates a fleet of double-decker transit buses. Childish Gambian and Ian Wheatman, who both commented that in Ontario, Canada and Strathcona County, they have double-decker transit buses operating on their bus routes, all of which are Alexander Dennis Enviro Series buses built in Scotland. They stand between 13.5 feet tall to 14.4 feet tall, depending on the model. Also, this next one I don't consider a misfire, but I feel like it needed to be mentioned as it touches on this topic. Conductor Amos commented that a transit company in California has ordered some double-decker electric buses from Alexander Dennis in Scotland. So thank you guys so much for pointing this out to me. I also appreciate the fact that you guys were nice about it. There were definitely a few viewers that this really hit a nerve with.
Not good enough, damn it! Not good enough!
Another misfire from the largest bus in the world video was regarding the Grand Arctic 300, a bi-articulated bus. In the video, the Grand Arctic 300, which I included photos of, I said, like the Grand Arctic 300, produced by Volvo, it operates in Rio de Janeiro. The image of the green bi-articulated bus is actually a Grand Arctic 300 that operates for Transmetro, which is a bus service in Guatemala City, not Rio de Janeiro. Shout out to Mario Manuel Martinez Garnica for setting that one straight. Thank you, Mario. Another misfire out of the way. Now, the largest bus in the world video really took off as far as views go. There were definitely a lot of really passionate responses, which is awesome and I sincerely appreciate it. Please keep them coming. I love reading your comments. Now, there were a few things I noticed that I found very amusing. The amount of comments about the thumbnail picture I used for this video, which is a picture of a fake triple-decker bus, received a lot of attention. So many people commented and even sent me angrily written private messages telling me that this picture I used is photoshopped or a fake.
It's a fake!
I know it's a fake. I specifically said that in my video. There are many fake photos of full triple deckers as well as quadruple deckers all over the internet. However, none of them are real. This makes me wonder if people leave comments on YouTube videos before they even watch them. Is that a thing now?
That's right. You're a big fat phony!
One last thing I found very amusing. Someone in the comments was offended that I'm calling all of you bus nuts, geeks, and enthusiasts. You're kidding, right? If you guys like my videos, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. If you enjoy having a place to geek out and release your inner bus nerdiness here on YouTube like I do, consider becoming a supporter of this fellow bus nut, geek, and enthusiast by becoming a patron on my Patreon page. It takes just 2 minutes to set everything up and become a patron. Check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/motorcoachworld. And finally, guys, if you don't know about this and you haven't checked it out already, I have another YouTube channel, youtube.com/jwangvlogs, where I vlog all of my adventures behind the wheel of a coach bus and all the trips I drive, as well as some other cool traveling adventures with my family. I'll post a link to my other channel down in the description box below. If you're watching this, you are part of the Motorcoach world.